Hey friends, Sarah here with Boho Stitchery. Today's Tuesday. You know what that means. Tutorial Tuesday. Hey friends, welcome back. It's Sarah. Thanks for stopping by and for another Tutorial Tuesday video. So I have something I am so excited to show you guys how to do. This is a swatch I've just started. I'm going to do a couple rows with you guys, but I wanted to explain, if you guys watched my video yesterday for Make a Knit Monday, I showed you guys a knitted scarf pattern that I came up with, and I called it the Roll of the Dice scarf. So I was really struggling this week, honestly, guys. I have been gone all last week and I was out of town, didn't have a lot of time to prep for anything. But I thought, well, if I can do a knitted scarf using literally a 6-sided dice to roll and figure out what I'm going to knit, why can't you do that with crochet? So for those that watched my video yesterday on the Roll of the Dice knitted scarf, I have written up for you, let's crochet the Roll of the Dice scarf crocheted version. So for this swatch, I just started with a chain of 24 stitches. You can literally do any number of stitches as long as it's a multiple that will work with whatever stitch pattern you are using. And let me explain a little more detail what I mean. If you didn't watch yesterday's video on the knitted Roll of the Dice scarf, if you're just a crocheter, what you guys will do literally is take a 6-sided dice, you know, like something that would come with a game Farkle or Monopoly, literally whatever. You'll just take one and you'll roll it, and whatever number shows face up, that's the stitch you'll do. So let me zoom in here. So for mine, I just picked 6 random stitches that I know how to do that are easy, or patterns that I really enjoy doing, and I numbered them 1 through 6. So the first one I picked is single crochet. So what that means is if I roll a 1, I do single crochet across the entire row. Same thing with 2, that's half double crochet. 3 is double crochet. 4 is moss stitch. If you don't know how to do the moss stitch, I believe I've already done a video tutorial over on my YouTube channel, so you guys can go back and find the moss stitch. I may have called it the linen stitch. It's the same stitch essentially. Some people call it moss stitch, some people call it linen stitch. I go back and forth, I don't know. But if you don't know how to do that, it's single crochet in the 4th chain from your hook, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. But you can always go back and look and watch that video on the moss or linen stitch, whatever you call it. Number 5, so if I rolled a 5, I would do the lemon peel stitch. This is also one of my favorite stitches. It's single crochet in the 2nd chain, double crochet in the next. So you alternate single and double all the way to the end. And if I happen to roll a 6, I'm going to do half double crochet through the back loop. So I started this swatch before I turned the camera on, and I've done 3 rows. So my first row, I rolled a double crochet. So I needed to do double crochet all the way across the row. For me, I wanted my stitch counts to stay at 24 stitches. So I want to have 24 stitches every row. So it might be worth noting that on your first row, if you roll something, that you need to chain extra stitches to get your height. So like I had 24 stitches, but I rolled a 3, so I had to do double crochet. I chained 2 extra stitches and then went back to that 24 stitch and did it all the way across. So I would maintain 24 stitches, if that makes sense. But that's really something I think you would only have to focus on your first row. So my first row, I rolled a 3, I did double crochet. The next row, I rolled a 2, so I did half double crochet. When I rolled again, I got a 6, and I did half double crochet through the back loop. So that's what my scarf looks like already, and I think it's really pretty. I'm just using some scrap yarn that I have. It's kind of a really pretty lilac color, and I believe this is a size H hook, but I would think this would work with any yarn weight, any size hook you want to do. And so I'm going to go ahead and do just a couple of rows with you guys just to show you what I mean. Now I don't have any physical dice. I forgot to tell you this too. What I was using is if you go to Google or whatever browser you want to do and you type in a virtual dice, it'll pop up literally a virtual dice on your phone or your computer screen. And you can even choose from like a 4-sided dice clear up to like, I think a 20-sided dice, but I just did the standard 6-sided dice and I just did 1. So I can't obviously do that while I'm recording because I'm on my phone recording this, So let's just pretend I rolled my dice, and let's say I got 2. So I'm just going to do a half double crochet. So I chained my 1 and I turned, and then I'm just going to half double crochet in every stitch across the row. And this is such a fun, cool idea. I just was sitting there struggling, trying to find something new and creative I could show you guys how to do, and I had a blast. In fact, when I was doing my knitting version of this, I literally stayed up until like after 1 in the morning because I was having so much fun. I could not put it down. So it's a really fun, quick, easy project to do. So let me finish up here. I'll just finish this row real quick. So I'm just doing a half double crochet all across the row because I rolled a imaginary 2, let's just say. But like I said, you can actually use a real dice. You can use, like I said, I just think it's easier to Google virtual dice and just use that on my phone. But let me finish up this row really quickly. Okay, I think that's 24, but let me count just to make sure because I don't want to short myself on stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Oh, see, I would have been 1 too short. And it might be worth using like a stitch marker or some kind of extra yarn at the end of your rows so you don't accidentally miss a stitch like I just did. Okay, and that's how you do it, guys. So you don't have to use the stitches I chose to use. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. You just want to make sure that when you choose a multiple that will work with whatever stitch you're using. So if you're using different patterns, just make sure you're using a multiple that will work for all of them. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.